So, you want to grow your own weed? Yes? Then you need to stop right where you're at and watch this video now if you want to discover the secret science to rapidly growing a bottomless, private supply of weed, meaning pounds upon pounds of the dankest, stickiest bud you could want for mere pennies right in your own closet, sock drawer, or kitchen cupboard, without making the number one mistake that gets every homegrown bud owner busted by the law. Why stop now and watch? Obviously, because I can't leave this up where you found it for long, meaning I can't tell you where I'll move it to next either. So, if you've been looking for the guide that boils down the latest and greatest that every beginner needs to know into simple steps and leads you from newbie into the most advanced, accelerated, pennies on the dollar growing methods available today, guaranteed to get you from seed to epic smoke without all the crazy filler, fluff, or rehashed lies, this is it. So you need to pay attention to see if this is exactly what you've been looking for now. First, why should you trust me and believe what I say as truth? You've heard me. My name is Ryan. Many call me the marijuana god. So, as you can imagine, this is more than just a training video telling you which commonly overlooked pitfalls to watch out for, or how you'll get from seed to weed in 30 days. It's my life's mission. In fact, I've invested more than 20 years covertly teaching bud lovers, just like you, to quickly, easily, safely, and privately grow a massive stash of top shelf anytime you want it weed. That's how I know that you're facing an uphill battle riddled with problems. You're sick of getting overcharged and paying premium street prices for trash weed. And you're curious to discover how to grow succulent, savory bud for pennies so you can fire you-know-who. You're probably tired of hoping your Mary Jane connection comes out of a haze to meet you, and secretly wanting to know you're always covered whenever the desire arises, even if it's 4 a.m. You need to know there are no chemicals or pesticides or the other bad stuff on your weed when you smoke it, without wasting effort on outdated or methods. You want a smooth smoke that leaves you soaring into 420 bliss, not choking in shock or feeling groggy with a harsh come down. You know you can do it yourself, just like you've heard other people doing it. If someone just shows you exactly how, from seed to soil, an endless overflowing supply of sticky, bombastic bud, you're curious to learn the easiest, fastest, safest way to grow weed in the privacy of your own home without sharing your secret stash with Uncle Sam. Am I right? But here's the biggie. You know everything you'll find on Amazon and on free internet sites is reprinted garbage from the 1980s, or hippie fables, or complicated theory that read like a 5-year-old computer manual, or hidden advertising. You already know it's either too complicated or absolute trash that won't get you a sensational, easy, mistake-proof, heavy, sparkling harvest right now. What's worse, you're confused about what to do next. I get it. I've been there. I was a curious newbie too. I've made every mistake in the book, wasting lots of cash and years of my own time with failed experiments and following online bullshit advice and A to Z manual that's currently out there to take any newbie from seed to amazing smoke without any costly mistakes in time and money, period, and which you'll discover why shortly is guaranteed to get you what you've been envisioning. Benefit from Ryan's 35 plus years of growing wisdom, all distilled into this awesome guide fans all over the world are raving about. Your friends will not believe the pain-relieving buds you are growing with this foolproof guide. Just imagine reaching into your own secret grow closet and picking off as much bombastic, sticky, potent bud you want to satisfy your pleasure, give out at parties, or supply your medical marijuana clients. All of this because you simply followed the stoner-friendly picture book steps you discovered, combined with the powerful, time-tested secrets you must learn to avoid the fatal catastrophes that plague newbie and advanced growers alike. Truths like the 6 essential marijuana growth ingredients to produce loads of phenomenal tasting, melt in your mind potent, perfect high creating bud, packed with THC and an amazing, fantastic smoke with a divine aftertaste that you're craving right now. Get it when you flip to page 4. The strains and seeds that guarantee you get a long-lasting high faster than you can pick up your cell and text your supplier by the second toke, which first time, no fail grower strains will effortlessly yield you the biggest tokeable crop, so you'll always have more than enough to smoke, share, or sell. A secret you'll only see on page 30 of this epic guide. why selecting virulent, viable seeds is critical to your success, and how to pick out the potent truth when someone tries to put one over on you and sell you ungrowable crap, and where to get the smoker's dream safely, discreetly, and securely. Something you definitely don't want to miss. Get it now by turning to page 40. Also, inside is my all-time secret favorite seed shop list with fast, secure shipping included. Learn about how and which seeds to plant to get the exact super stash of hypnotizing lush you can't stop thinking about now. Plus, guarantee your stored seeds yield massive results year after year with the ultimate seed stash preservation system. And no, it's not something you can buy. In fact, you probably have it laying around the house. The number one fatal mistake 99% of newbies make during their first vegetative growth cycle, and how you'll avoid it. You'll find this in the accelerated section on page 71. After 17 years of teaching others, profit from my discovery. The 9 common culprits of slow plant growth and how to stop these buzz-killing habits before you start. Save years of wasted slow growth and get an amazing harvest on page 157. Even down to the super advanced nitty-gritty, like how to pick the perfect light source. Miss this and you'll wake up to a disappointing crop day after day. The best bulb myth. Seller lies that trick you into buying what some of my students are calling the worst bulbs. Found after you download and flip to page 102. Plus the simple, stealthy, secure trick that sends your electricity bill plummeting so low, your meter man will never think you're home. And Ryan's $1 million growing secret that even idiots can use to germinate 100% successfully. Waste no more money. I'm talking hundreds of dollars here on failed germinating seeds, which experienced growers say is worth the 10 times what you'll invest alone. More importantly, where to never grow if you want to avoid getting caught, as well as other common newbie pitfalls, plus everything you'll need to reach in and pick from your own sticky, perfectly potent stash in the fastest possible way. Still, D in horticulture, botany, or that hype grow mag advertising science. Because as my students like you have proven, you don't need half the advice out there to grow the best bud on earth. In a blueprint so simple, a 7th grader with ADD could pull it off. Because you're not just getting words proven to transform your closet from seed to smoke. Truth is, it's like having me right there by your side, hand-holding and coaching you every step of the way. Because from the second you start my comprehensive 100% up-to-date guide, you'll discover the stoner-friendly, crystal-clear step-by-step blueprint, packed with easy-to-understand pictures, graphs, charts, and tables. When every truster stoner and grower magazine on the market is calling the ultimate reference for the avid bud grower, everything has been easily organized for you so you can find the answers to your most challenging questions fast without having to read and read and read and read and read and read. Just ask, flip, read, grow quality cannabis that everyone who knows you want may even pay dearly to get their hands on. Some even call this the go-to prepper's guide for making the most massive profits when marijuana becomes legal in your state, or when you make enough to move someplace smart enough to legalize it like Washington, Oregon, or Colorado. And because it's revised and up-to-date from 35 plus years of my own personal hard work, failures and successes, and research, it's guaranteed to transform growing your pure, potent, abundant, bud-producing plants from the most frustrating day in your life to an endless closet of easy pick-and-smoke-me-now bliss. Plus, it's so simply laid out an 80-year-old computer-illiterate grandma could follow it. In fact, to guarantee more pain-free days, many have. Full of the latest, greatest growing techniques, secrets, tips, beautiful HD crystal clear pictures, tricks, and other crucial info needed to teach serious marijuana students like you how to grow pounds of your own frosty nug harvest. Even if you failed science class, even if math isn't your strong suit, even if every plant you've ever touched has died. Well, beyond the untrustworthy and confusing info you find online, get it from real growers who make a serious living at it, many of whom started out in tiny apartments as my students, who were sick of burning precious paychecks on single dime bags of crappy rush-processed bud. Most suppliers out there grow bud for profit, not homegrown quality cannabis that will blow your mind. I'm going to teach you everything you need to know from watering to lighting to rapidly growing, maintaining, and storing seeds for your next round of pounds of healing marijuana plants. Listen, I hate hype, and I know you've heard it all before, so don't take my word for it. That would be foolish. I stand behind my lifetime's work. Instead, look at the real testimonials to how powerful this book can make you below. And if that doesn't get you to click the Buy Now button immediately, Look to the experts, the people who've been doing this forever and have learned to make a living creating the most smoke-tastic bud you love. See why every one of them, many of which are my friends, say we're your best choice for uncovering the step-by-step secret pathway to growing from tiny seed to bombastic, smokable weed that has everyone begging for more bud. People who write for magazines you've heard of, seen product results, and trust, like, it all adds up when you do the math. You, growing closets full of the most potent, powerful, perfectly flavorful smoke stash you can imagine. And the best part, growing elite marijuana is guaranteed for 30 full days, more than enough time to see how quickly, easily, safely, and most important, privately, this will grow your smokable weed stash. Using the same simple methodology I've perfected from my students' experiences over the last 20+ years. Trust me, you decide you don't like anything about it, even where I put the punctuation marks. Just shoot over an email and I'll swiftly send back every penny of your smart investment. Just remember, I can't guarantee I'll leave this page up for long because you know who may find it and shut it down. And at the first scent of trouble, I'll relocate it to a new covert location, even if it means years before anyone finds it again. Based on the fact that you've seen the testimonials from people who use this to grow amazing, smokable bud, you've heard from the top information experts in our market, and you know you've got a full 30 days to try it for yourself. See how much bombastic, sticky, succulent weed you can grow and smoke with this perfect system, which is more than enough time to see if having a closet you can stop and pick from any time for yourself and friends is up for you. It's why most stoners today call our cannabis guide a no-brainer. So now's the time to click below to order before the price goes back up. It's time to stop paying street prices for trash weed from your connection, who never answers when you need him anyway. Maybe even show them who's boss by growing a 10 times tastier, more potent THC product. Because you and I both know they'll come knocking at your door, wondering why you haven't texted them when they finally realize they need you, and you won't be around anymore. Still, if you want your future to change, you have to think smart and take action now. You can't keep going back and expecting the bud or marked up prices to get any better. You've got to take control before you become a slave to mediocre weed. Feel free to review all the benefits and bonuses you're getting below if you think you have time, or don't. And just experience what it's like to get home from the most wickedly stressful day you can imagine. And instead of hoping your connection responds to you, step into your own closet, pick what you want, and start smoking away your worries on the spot. You can't truly imagine that kind of freedom, that kind of lifestyle, that bottomless pit of bliss, unless you take action and click the button below now to instantly download your very own marijuana elite growing system.